In this video, we will solve a problem on ISLM model. This question was emailed by a brother at his Can Arbaz from Turkey. So I will try to, solve this question. The question is, goods market equilibrium is being given by the equation that is Y, which is the national income, which is equal to C plus I plus G. C is the consumption expenditure, I is the investment expenditure, and G is the government spending. Consumption is equal to alpha plus beta y. Alpha is the autonomous consumption which does not depend upon the level of income, and alpha is greater than 0, and beta is the marginal propensity to consume, and it lies between 0 and 1. Investment is equal to gamma plus delta r. Gamma is the autonomous investment, you know, which does not depend upon the level of interest rate, and delta is here marginal propensity to invest. Gamma is greater than 0 and this delta is less than 0, so it is negative. There is negative relationship between investment and rate of interest because our delta is less than 0. On the other side, money market equilibrium is demand for money is equal to supply of money, and demand for money is equal to rho plus what we call it lambda y plus mu r. Okay, here we are being told that rho and delta, sorry, rho and lambda are greater than 0, and this lambda is simply shows us income sensitiveness for demand for money, and this mu is less than 0. That means there is negative relationship between demand for money and the rate of interest, and positive relationship between demand for money and income, because delta is, sorry, this lambda is greater than 0 and mu is negative here obviously. And money supply is equal to m naught, which is here fixed by the central authority, and we are being told that y, c and r, that is income, consumption and rate of interest, are endogenous variables that are being determined within the model. Okay, that is the meaning of endogenous variables. Government spending and money supply, that is m naught, or exogenous variables that are given to us. They are determined outside the model. We have to find out the equilibrium level of income and rate of interest using Cramer's method. And also we are being told the coefficient matrix has to be 2 by 2. That means we should have a matrix of order 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so how do we solve this question? Let us try to solve this. Now, goods market equilibrium, that means this is for IS curve. Money market denotes the LM curve. Okay, so we need to find out the IS and LM functions here. Okay, and goods market is in equilibrium when our total income is equal to this very stuff, this expenditure. Okay, so first we will construct the IS equation. Okay, so for that, let me write it here. Y is equal to consumption is equal to this stuff, so in place of C I will write alpha plus beta y. Okay, plus investment is being given by this function, that is gamma plus delta r. Okay, in place of government spending, it is exogenous, it is equal to g. Okay, so let us transpose this term here. So we have y minus beta y is equal to alpha plus gamma plus, let us write first this government spending, plus delta r. Okay, if we solve this equation, I will solve it here, then I will rub, because I don't have much space left here. So if I take y common, so I will be left with 1 minus beta on the left hand side, which will be equal to alpha plus gamma plus g plus del r, or y will be equal to, okay, I can write it in this fashion, that is alpha plus gamma plus g divided by, if I transpose it here, it will get divided 1 minus beta, plus we have del r divided by 1 minus beta. Okay, so if I rewrite it, I can write it in this fashion, that is y, transposing this here, it will become minus okay, it is minus del r divided by 1 minus beta is equal to alpha plus gamma, let us write it gamma like this, gamma plus g divided by 1 minus beta. Okay, so if I rewrite this in this fashion, so what I have, let me rewrite it here. So we have y minus del r divided by 1 minus beta is equal to alpha plus gamma plus g divided by 1 minus b. Okay, this is our is equation. Okay, let me rub this out. Here this is a constant term. Okay, so we have y and r on the LHS side, and constant term on the right hand side. Okay, so and this is our is equation, and simply is equation or is function simply shows us different combinations of different combinations of rate of interest and level of income where our goods market is in equilibrium. Okay, it shows different combinations of rate of interest and level of income where our goods market is in equilibrium. We got this is equation. Now let us solve the LM equation. Okay, let us write the LM equation here, okay, to save the space. So we have this is equation, or rather let me write it here. Now in the money market, equilibrium occurs when demand for money is equal to supply of money. Okay, demand for money is equal to rho. So in place of MD I will write this stuff, that is rho, or let us write it in this fashion, rho plus lambda y plus mu r. Okay, this is demand for money. That means demand for money is a positive function of income and negative function of rate of interest. Why negative function of rate of interest? Because our mu is less than 0, so it is here negative. Okay, and it should be equal to, so this denotes the demand for money, it should be equal to supply of money. Supply of money is exogenous variable, it is being fixed by the government. We have m naught is the supply of money. We need to solve this very equation also for y and r. So for this, what will we do? If I rearrange this again, we have here what we call we have lambda y plus mu r. So I can write it in this fashion, and let me write it here. I have to save the space, that's why I'm getting confused here. So this can be written as lambda y plus mu r is equal to m naught minus transposing this row here, okay, or we can write it in this fashion. What will we do here? So let us divide both sides by lambda. If I divide both sides by lambda, so here we divide by lambda, here we also divide by lambda, okay. Here it will become lambda y divided by lambda plus mu r, that is rate of interest, divided by lambda is equal to m naught minus rho divided by lambda. Lambda will get cancelled here, so we are left with y plus mu r divided by lambda is equal to m naught minus rho divided by lambda, okay. So what we got here, so when we solve this stuff, we got this very equation, and this is the LM equation, by the way, okay. So uh, let me write it here, okay. So we have y, then we have plus mu r divided by lambda is equal to m naught minus rho divided by lambda, okay. So I have solved this equation and wrote it here, okay, with a purpose. To solve for equilibrium level of income and interest rate using Cramer's method, okay, we need to convert this very stuff into matrix form, okay. So how do we write it into matrix form? Simple thing, we write A x is equal to B. Let me explain what is A. A is the coefficient matrix, and we are being told that coefficient matrix has to be of order 2 cross 2. X denotes the solution vector. That means what we are supposed to find here, that is income and rate of interest. Beta is the vector of constant terms, okay. Now A is the coefficient matrix. It will be the coefficients of y's and i's in is and lm model, okay. Sorry, is and lm equation. So this is our is equation, this is our lm equation. Now coefficient matrix will be, so in place of A will be a matrix. Let me write it here. Let me see. Okay, it is visible. So we have the coefficient of y first. Here coefficient of y is 1, so I will write 1. Coefficient in the second equation of y is 1 again. I will write here 1. Okay. Now the coefficient of r here is minus delta. Let me write it here, minus delta divided by 1 minus beta, 1 minus beta, and coefficient of r in this equation is mu divided by lambda, mu divided by lambda, okay. X is a solution vector. That means we need to find out the value of y and r. It should be equal to the vector of constant terms. And what are our constant terms here? We have this stuff and this stuff, okay. For, okay, let me write it here, so it will get messy here. Let me write it here. So we have two terms here. We have alpha plus, what is here, it is gamma plus g divided by 1 minus b, okay. This is only one term. And here we have next term is m naught minus rho divided by lambda, okay. Now we can solve using Cramer's method. First of all, we need to find out the determinant of this coefficient matrix. So A is this very matrix. Okay, we need to find out, and let me write it here for this sake of understanding. This is our A. Okay, this is A. A is this stuff. First thing is to find out the determinant of this coefficient matrix, and let me rewrite first here. So A is equal to 1 1 minus delta divided by 1 minus beta, then we have mu divided by lambda. Okay, um, I guess I have written it correctly here. Now to find out the determinant, what we do, we write determinant is in this fashion. So to find the determinant, we multiply these two terms first. Okay, so we have 1 into mu divided by delta, so it will become mu divided by lambda, sorry. Then we subtract and multiply these two terms, so we have 1 into minus this stuff, so we have 1 into this stuff will become minus delta divided by 1 minus beta. So our A determinant will be equal to mu divided by lambda, minus into minus is plus, we get delta divided by 1 minus beta, and this can be written as, let us cross multiply. So we have mu into 1 minus beta plus lambda into delta divided by lambda times 1 minus beta. Okay, this is our what we call the determinant. So our determinant came out to be, let me write it here. So we got the determinant equal to mu, then we have 1 minus beta plus delta, so okay, it is lambda, I'm getting confused. Okay, it is it rho here? No, it is delta. Okay, I am getting confused with this row here. Okay, divided by delta, sorry, lambda 1 minus b. Okay, and for the feasibility, whether we can solve using Cramer's rule, this determinant should be greater than 0, and of course it is greater than 0. Why? 1 minus beta, beta lies between, you can see, 0 and 1, so it is value can be always positive. Our lambda is greater than 0, so our denominator will be greater than 0, and you can check it out by the way that this term will be greater than, it will not be equal to 0. Okay, so the system of equations is viable when the determinant is not equal to 0, and it will not be equal to 0 because of these very parameters. Okay, so let me write rub this here. So we found out that determinant which comes out to be this very stuff, and it will not be equal to 0. Okay, you can check it out further. Here you can see this delta, sorry, our delta is less than 0. Okay, so this term can also not be equal to 0, this term cannot be also equal to 0, so our determinant will not be equal to 0. Then we can proceed to solve it using Cramer's rule. Okay, now to find out the equilibrium level of income, okay, we need to form a new matrix. Okay, let us say that is A1. Okay, let me write it here. Let us say A1 is our matrix, and let me repeat it here. To find out the way equilibrium level of income, okay, what we do, we form a new matrix A1 in such a way that we replace the first column of the coefficient matrix with the vector of constant terms. Okay, so these are the vector of constant terms. We replace first column with the vector of constant terms. Okay, so for the sake of simplicity, in place of this stuff, let me write any number. Okay, let me write any number because I will not have the space here left. So let us say this stuff is equal to W and this stuff is equal to any number Z. Okay, to save the space, what I am doing here, to find out the equilibrium value of income, that is Y, we form a new matrix A1 in such a way that we replace the first column of the coefficient matrix with the vector of constant terms. Okay, and then what will we do, I will explain. So our A1 will be equal to, in place of 1 1 we write this very stuff. So in place of this whole thing I write W. Okay, to save the space, in place of this 1 I write this, it is Z. Then we have here minus, or let us write it here. Okay, we will be required to do some calculation. Let us write this whole stuff and let me see if I can make space available for this very stuff. So our A1 will be equal to, so we have alpha plus gamma plus G divided by 1 minus beta, and next term is m naught minus rho divided by lambda. So this term is being replaced by this, and then we have here minus delta divided by 1 minus beta, and we have then mu divided by lambda. Okay, so m naught, it is here rho. Okay, so there will be slight confusion between rho and delta. It looks like same here. I am really sorry for that very stuff. Okay, we have formed a new matrix to in such a way that we replace the first column of the coefficient matrix with the vector of constant terms. After that, what will we do? We will take the determinant of this new matrix. So determinant of A1. Okay, to take determinant we need to multiply these. First we multiply these two elements. Okay, so we have alpha plus gamma plus G divided by 1 minus beta into mu divided by lambda. Multiplying these two, then subtracting and multiplying these two elements. So we have here m naught minus rho divided by delta. Okay, then we have minus delta divided by 1 minus beta, and this can be written in this fashion: alpha plus gamma plus G divided by lambda 1 minus beta. Okay, so multiplying these two, then minus into minus will become plus here. So we have plus m naught minus rho divided by lambda 1 minus beta. Okay, again if we solve it, so it will become alpha plus gamma plus G. Since denominator is same, we can add up the numerator. So we have m naught minus rho divided by lambda 1 minus beta. Okay, so our A1, the determinant of this new matrix, came out to be this very stuff. Okay, so let me rub this and write the determinant here. We have alpha plus gamma plus g plus m naught minus rho divided by lambda 1 minus beta. Okay, this is the determinant of this new matrix that we have constructed. Now what will be then the equilibrium value of income? So equilibrium level of income, let us denote it by y naught, will be equal to the determinant of this new matrix A1 divided by the determinant of coefficient matrix, that is A. Okay, and A1 is this very stuff. Okay, let us write it here. So A1 is this very stuff, alpha plus gamma plus g plus m naught minus rho divided by lambda 1 minus beta. Okay, the determinant of this matrix divided by the determinant of coefficient matrix. We have mu, then we have 1 minus beta plus lambda times delta divided by lambda 1 minus beta. Okay, here you can see this term and this term will get cancelled. That means our equilibrium level of income will be equal to y naught, y star will be equal to we are left with alpha plus gamma plus g plus m naught minus rho divided by mu 1 minus beta plus lambda times delta. Okay, so this is our equilibrium level of income. I'm I'm really sorry if it got messy. I cannot do anything because I have the limited space here. Okay, so we found out the equilibrium level of income. Now we need to find out the equilibrium level of rate of interest. Okay, in this case what will we do? And let me write it here. To find out the equilibrium level of interest rate, what we do, we replace the second column of coefficient matrix with the vector of constant terms. Okay, let me repeat it here. Initially what we did to find the equilibrium level of income, we replaced the vector first column with the vector of constant terms. To find out the value of R, we replace the second column of the coefficient matrix with the vector of constant terms. Okay, simple thing, and form a new matrix. So let's denote it by A2. So A2 will be equal to, so 1 and 1 will remain same, 1 and 1 is same. Now this stuff will be replaced by this stuff. Okay, so we have alpha plus gamma, alpha plus gamma plus government spending divided by 1 minus beta is marginal propensity to consume, I guess. Yes, it is. And we have here money supply minus rho divided by delta, lambda, sorry. Okay, after that we need to take the determinant of this very matrix. So determinant is very simple. So determinant will be equal to, we multiply these two terms first, so it will be same, it will be m naught minus rho divided by lambda. Then we subtract and multiply these two terms, so we have alpha plus it is gamma here plus g divided by 1 minus beta. Okay, here let us cross multiply, so we will get 1 minus beta, then we have m naught minus rho. Okay, then we subtract and multiply these terms, we have lambda alpha plus r plus, sorry, it is uh, gamma here, g, multiplying these two, so we have lambda times 1 minus beta. Okay, okay, so we are done with this. So our a2 came out to be this very stuff. Now to find out then what will be our equilibrium level of interest rate, let me write it here. Let me see if I have some space left. So equilibrium level of interest rate will be equal to, so our R will be equal to uh, determinant of this very matrix, okay, that came out to be A2 divided by determinant of coefficient matrix. So coefficient matrix is, we got the determinant as A, okay. Determinant of A2 is this very stuff, okay. Have I space? So it will be equal to this term. This term I have to write it here. Let me see if I can write it here. Bismillah, 1 minus beta. Then we have m naught minus rho minus lambda. Then we have alpha plus gamma plus g. To this we have to divide this lambda, 1 minus beta, okay, and to this we divide by, I am really sorry, let me see, to this we divide by the determinant of coefficient matrix, which is equal to this very stuff, okay. So let me see if it will not fit into the space here. So what will I do? I don't want to, you know, rub any stuff here. Okay, let me rub this out here first. So our A2 is this very stuff, okay. Our A2 is this very stuff. To this we divide by, no, it will not make any sense here. What will I do? So A2 is this very term. To this we divide A, this very term, okay. Then what will happen when we divide this term with this term? Again, this this term and this term will get cancelled, and we will get the equilibrium level of rate of interest equal to, it will be equal to then 1 minus beta m naught minus rho minus lambda alpha plus gamma plus g divided by, because these two terms will get cancelled, so we will be left with mu 1 minus beta, then we have plus lambda delta, okay. So these are our what we call the equilibrium level of interest rate, and this is our equilibrium level of income, okay. I hope I make myself clear. The question was, goods market equilibrium was given by this very stuff, money market was given by this very stuff. We were told to find out the level of income and rate of interest using Cramer's method, and coefficient matrix has to be of order 2 by 2. We have made it a 2 by 2 matrix. We have 2 rows and 2 columns here, okay. So first we solved this very expression and inserted the value of consumption investment in this, okay, in this equation. Then we solved it for income, rather we formed this very equation, that is our IS equation, okay. We moved all the constant terms on the right hand side in this equation. Symmetrically, what we were being told that money market equilibrium requires demand for money should be equal to supply of money Demand for money was given by this very expression, okay, and supply of money was exogenous, which was fixed here, which is m naught, which is not determined inside the model, okay. So solving this very equation, we got this very equation for LM curve, okay. Then we converted these two equations into matrix form, that is ax is equal to b. A is the coefficient matrix, the coefficients of y's and i's in is and LM model, okay. So coefficient of y is 1, I have written it here. Coefficient of y is 1, I have written here. Coefficient of interest rate r is this very stuff, minus delta divided by 1 minus beta, I have written it here. Then the coefficient of r is here, mu divided by delta, I have written it here. X is our solution vector that we need to find out the value of income and rate of interest, should be equal to b. B is the vector of constant terms, okay. So the vector of this constant term. After that, to find out the equilibrium level of, now before that we need to we were supposed to find out the determinant of this very matrix, the coefficient matrix. We found out the determinant of the coefficient matrix, this very stuff, okay. And it came out to be, rather it was not equal to 0. If the determinant was equal to 0, then the system was not viable. We would have not been able to use the Cramer's method, okay. Since a determinant came out to be, not equal to 0, we moved further, okay, to find out the value of equilibrium level of income. What we did, we formed a new matrix A1 in such a way that we replaced the first column of the coefficient matrix with the vector of constant terms, and after that we took the determinant of this new matrix A1, okay. And to get the equilibrium level of income, what we did, we simply uh, you know divided this A1, the determinant of A1, with the determinant of the coefficient matrix, okay. So we got this very stuff is the equilibrium level of income. Same method we applied for to find out the rate of interest. We form a new matrix A2 in such a way that we replace the second column of the coefficient matrix with the vector of constant terms, and after that we took, okay, sorry for my English, I am not uh, uh, my English is very bad, I know, because English is not my native language. Hmm? So as long as I am able to communicate with this broken English, it will be okay for you people, okay. So to find out the value, to find out the equilibrium level of rate of interest, first we need to find out the new matrix A2 in such a way that we replaced the second column of the coefficient matrix with the vector of constant terms, and after that we took the determinant of this A2, and this came out to be this very stuff, okay. Rather this very stuff, when we cross multiplied it, okay. And then equilibrium level of income will be equal to, that will be equal to okay, the determinant of this new matrix A2 divided by the determinant of the coefficient matrix, and we got this very stuff. Because I have the limited space, I divided this term by this term, okay. This and this will get cancelled, so we are left with this stuff and this stuff, okay. I hope I make myself clear in this video. If you like this video, please, rather if you love this video, please share it with your friends. They will also get benefited. I am doing it for free, okay. As a hobby, I am taking the questions from you people. Otherwise I have no incentive to move further. So if you appreciate my work, then I can make more useful stuff for you people, okay. The brother has asked me to solve this question, so I obliged with his request, okay. Have a nice day.